If you want delicious farm to table and a historic building, come to Summit House in Summit, New Jersey. So we're here with Dylan Baker, proprietor at Summit House. Dylan, this is a beautiful historic building.
Thank you.
Can you talk about your vision with your partners for bringing this place to life?
Well, we moved to Summit almost 10 years ago. My wife and I, our two young boys, we met our partners, Sarah and Tyler Reeder, shortly after. And from the beginning, we were going out to meals, both locally and in New York. And we felt like there was an opportunity to do something like this in Summit, in the town that we're raising our kids in. And we looked around for quite a while, and finding a liquor license is not easy in the area. We were on the hunt for that for a few years, and just continuing to talk about the idea and the concept. We found a license that became available, and everything fell into place. We had a little bit of time to look around the town and see where we'd want to place it. There was a sushi restaurant at this location beforehand called Monster Sushi. On a cold New Year's Eve, I cold called the front desk and talked to the hostess and said, "Is the owner there? And would you be interested in maybe moving on?" And he said, "Sure," basically. And about 3 years later, we opened our doors here. It took almost 2 years of construction to get open. It was originally built as a YMCA, built in 1896. There's actually a swimming pool directly underneath the floor of this kitchen that we discovered. And prying up the floorboards, there was construction rubble from the 1930s that had just been filled in the pool. And that's really where the renovation of this building started. It's such a great corner in such a great town that it really, in the end, all the effort was worth it to be in a community like this that's been so supportive, and to rehab a historic building like this. It's really been quite a project and very, very rewarding.
It's an amazing history. You've put together a really impressive team.
Thank you.
I understand that you came from a background in food and beverage. Can you talk about the team that you assembled?
It's the best part of what we've been able to do here, honestly. I was in food and beverage. I was in wine and spirits, really, my career. And before that, in food and beverage management. When we, got towards opening and looking around for a talented management team, a friend, someone who my son goes to school with, their parents recommended somebody, an acquaintance through their work in Milburn, and said, "There's this gentleman, Justin Lord, who works at Per Se, lives in Springfield, and is looking to do something a little closer to home." We met with Justin. Turns out he'd been with Thomas Keller for 12 years at Per Se at different levels, and has such a unique and elegant management style. That elegance really goes all the way from his thoughts on hospitality to his level of service actually at the table. I've never seen someone so fluid and elegant with the guests and at the table. It's been a wonderful time having him with me. And Lindsay Bornstein, who is now our head of operations, came to us from Culinary Institute of America. She was busy opening their Napa campus restaurant called Copia. I believe she was at the launch party, the opening of Copia, 1 week, and with me the following week. She really put everything together to get that fantastic, iconic restaurant open in Napa, and then flew back out to be here closer to family, and has been here with me now for almost 2 years. It's been incredible having a management team together.
Let's talk about food.
Sure, yeah.
I hear the phrase farm to table. And I understand that you do a lot of local sourcing
We do.
of ingredients and following the seasons. Yeah, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I like to call it New American. And that's kind of it's a very broad term, but it really presupposes that your ingredients are farm to table. You're looking for the best quality ingredients. You know, while it is fantastic to be sustainable, very important to be sustainable, I'm a little greedy. I'm doing it out of flavor. The best quality products are going to come locally and within season. And then we treat them very carefully. You know, it's not like you see a lot of over-treatment. We use those natural ingredients to layer and provide flavor. And then the New American really provides a global spice box. You know, we're able to pull different parts of global cuisine as America is the melting pot and really use them and set them off on the plate, that main ingredient with that global spice box. So there's a lot to unpack there, but the farm to table is definitely used as a shorthand. It's really all about eating within season, finding the best quality ingredients that you can at the time, and treating them with care in the kitchen.
With the farm to table and changing with the seasons, are there signature dishes on the menu?
There's no sacred cows. You know, we're really always exploring, always innovating. I like to think of our menu as more like jazz. You know, there's a great structure within it. You know, we're using classic technique, using the best quality products, but the kitchen is really allowed to explore. And when they're allowed to explore, they don't get bored, and they continue to put out really unique and exciting things. You know, I think that there's consistency throughout. Like we get our chickens from Griggstown. It's a small farm down outside of Princeton. The chicken is amazing. They're raised humanely without any hormones or antibiotics. That chicken you'll always find on our menu here. But how it's set up on the plate varies from season to season. You will not see it with tomatoes and squash anywhere outside the summertime. You know, we really try and highlight that item with a local and seasonal setup.
It sounds like it keeps things interesting for everybody back here, but for the diners as well. What's a highlight that's on the menu today?
Oh boy, you know, I had the skate wing last night. I thought it was fantastic. It's new to the menu. It's New Jersey caught skate. Again, treated very lightly, sautéed in a pan. We're serving it with purple cauliflower and a purple cauliflower puree. Served with caper butter, and the plate just lights up. You've got these purple elements, the beautiful white of the skate. It's really fantastic dish.
Sounds amazing, and I hear the passion in your voice.
Thanks.
It's not just about the food here, though. When you walk in the front doors, there's a beautiful bar that welcomes you. Mm-hmm. And I understand that you're doing similar things creativity-wise with cocktails.
The cocktail menu changes seasonally, too. I'd say, you know, in the wintertime, we're a little bit more brown spirit focused, and we're using more seasonal winter ingredients. Citrus plays a predominant role. And in the summertime, you know, we're more light spirit based, gins and vodkas with the winter brown spirits, whiskeys. That said, we're definitely a whiskey bar 365 days of the year. We have over 125 whiskeys to choose from around the world, from Japan, Irish, Scottish, and of course American bourbons and ryes.
And you also have beers on tap. I understand one that's custom made for the restaurant.
We do. You've done your research. We do a Summit House Pilsner that we helped create it with Jersey Girl Brewery, which is up in Hackettstown. They make it exclusively for us. It's a lightly hopped Pilsner. We developed it because we think that it is a great beer with food, and it goes with our food 365 days of the year. Our beer program is really based around a 100-mile radius. Everything that you're going to find on our taps is brewed within 100 miles of Summit. So I did want to tell you a little bit about our multiple dining experiences here at Summit House. We have the more casual, convivial cafe in the front, which really gets the energy of the bar and the street and the big open windows in the summertime. The kitchen dining, which is where we are now, is of course open to the kitchen on both sides. As you walk through, you look in from the sidewalk, and as you sit in the dining room, you really see the chefs at work. And I like to say it's like dinner and a show. You know, you really get to see them plating. On a busy Saturday night, it's like a dance back there. It's pretty incredible to watch. And then we do a lot of private events. You know, private dining room that seats up to 20. And then we'll have also buyouts of the kitchen dining room or cafe for larger events up to 60. You know, in designing the space, we really wanted it to be flexible. And the community has really used it as such for everything from larger showers in the cafe to smaller, more intimate dinner parties in the private dining room.
It offers a lot of variety. Where's your favorite seat in the house?
You know, it depends on the meal period, actually. I love brunch and lunch in the cafe. I love dinner in the kitchen at one of the seats closest to the kitchen, 40 or 50 if you want to make a reservation. And then we've had some really great small brunch parties, birthday parties, and even some viewing parties in the PDR with friends. So it depends on the occasion, and that flexibility really works.
So this is very much a New Jersey story from the partners who are residents here. You have children in the school system. You had mentioned to me the phrase #community through food.
Through cuisine.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Community through cuisine.
Yes. You know,
And you also talked about, like, it's not just locally sourced food. From things on the wall to, you know, you're very much involved in supporting New Jersey. Can you talk about why that's important?
Sure. You know, as a sustainable, local restaurant, you know, we wanted to take that from beyond just what we're putting on the plate. You know, we wanted to be involved with the decor and, as you said, the cocktails and beer. And we find it very important not only to support the community and the charities locally, but also to support the local merchants. A lot of our decor, as you walk through the restaurant, was all purchased locally. It may have been discovered by a local merchant as far away as France or Belgium, but then brought here, and we discovered it here and purchased it locally. And we're proud to have a great new piece of art from Donna Donaldson across the street on Springfield Avenue. Bonnie Neiman at Great House provided our mirrors and a lot of our other decor. To help with some of the wallpaper and decoration. CWI out of New Providence. Shopping local, supporting local charities is really what we do.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story and telling us about your restaurant. It's great to have this gathering place and a fun place for food and beverage for people to get together. If you like this video, please subscribe. We appreciate you buying local to build better communities. And if you want to know more, please visit buylocalnj.com.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thanks very much.